Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley and this is 4 Dizzy Birds. If you're new to the channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and savings challenges to actually make savings fun. Um, Today's video is going to be yet another combined video. We typically do Saturday and Sunday videos separately, but I've got a lot going on with the family the last few weeks due to having a family member in the hospital. So I'm having to combine these videos. Hopefully I can separate them back out soon. So it might be a little bit of a longer video. We're going to be doing our budget with me. We're going to do our Saturday save with friends, even though it's Sunday. We will be doing Survivor Challenge, and then all of our adulting is fun, like the month ahead videos, Saveopoly, our tires fund, and the 2026 box. So if you are in it to hang out the whole time, you might want to grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack. But let's go ahead and get to happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. I know some of you, I've gotten very kind comments from you all about my family and my brother being in the hospital. And I want to give you a quick update on that. I can tell you he is still very sick. He is still in the hospital. He is in the ICU. He is in need of a very emergent open heart surgery to repair his heart. He has had he was born with a heart defect and had it fixed as a baby, and it's time to have it repaired again. The problem is his liver has some damage due to the heart not working properly, and his lungs are now having an issue. So, long story short, with those two things, not being healthy, he is not strong enough to withstand the surgery that he needs very much. So we are, they're working very hard to get him in shape for the surgery. And it's kind of, one thing goes wrong and the next thing goes wrong. And so it is very serious. We're very worried for him. My mom is with him, and my siblings and I have been to see him and been back, and are just trying to kind of balance out life. I know for me, I still have a job, I still have the kiddos, I've got all the animals here in our little zoo of the house, and then of course I have you all, and I wanted to keep that up, as much as possible, because when I get out of that, that's when things go wrong. And also, I owe it to you all to stay. And it gives me something else to focus on too. So, because of all of that going on, that is why this is a double video again this week. We are combining our Saturday Save with Friends and our Sunday Adulting video. And we're just going to do all of it together. And then when I do my Monday minis and my Tiny Tuesdays, I did not film last week, so we're going to double the money there. So it's going to be kind of a fun week. I'm going to try to get them all done today, so I'll be pre-filming because I've got to go into my work week, and hopefully, everything levels out with my brother and his health. We'll just have to see. Now, before I go into filming the actual savings, I did want to share with you guys. I always like to share with you what is up next for the members. I did send out our April member packets on time, so thank you to all of my members. You should have received them. If not, you should be receiving them very quickly. But let's go ahead and check out what's going to be happening for the next month. So I have 2 tiers to my membership currently. One is a digital only, and then the next tier up is a physical packet on top of the digital. So that's our bestseller tier. And the bestsellers members always get an A5, a 4-inch by 4-inch little mini, and then this one here, which is the bookmark. Now, and this month, because it's going to be going out mid-May, I like to get kind of it themed out for the month following, which would be June. Summertime is in full swing, so we're going with the summer vibe here on the A5. As always, they're double-sided images on A5 or 5 mil laminate. This one has, it looks like about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 scratchers, saves you a total of $55, and it says, if crabby, please return to the beach. Now, I don't have beaches here. I can't even say I've actually been to one in the United. Well, yes, I have, one time. But I live in Oklahoma. We don't have beaches. We settle for some lakes, and they might even be a little bit red dirty lakes, but they're lakes and they're water. So I'll give you a lake and a boat, and that's my beach. But I know a lot of you love the beach. I thought you might like this one. So yes, if Krabby, please return to the beach if he isn't the cutest little thing. And then the 4" by 4" or the 4x4 this month is I asked myself if I'm okay, and we both started laughing. She's got herself her little iced coffee there, and she's just having a heyday. Saves $35 with 10 scratchers. Again, double sided image, anyways. That is just, if that is not my life right now, I don't know what is. And then, as always, my members get the member only, the member exclusive A6 size bookmark that saves you. It's a mystery save between $15 and $20. And we've got a adorable, our beautiful beach scene. I think probably like Hawaii or somewhere tropical like that. And that's a nice little adder to your A6. And then, of course, we have our thank you card, which always has a little bonus save on the back. So that is what's in store for the next member packet going out mid-May. So if you're interested in becoming a bestseller and getting this packet mailed to you, you will need to sign up by May 15th. I send those out on the 16th. Now, I have one other thing I'm super excited about, and I want you guys' opinion on it. I'm still trying to figure out how best to set this up, but I have been wanting to get into the little cutouts where you laminate and you use the Cricut machine to cut out the shapes. I know I'm not the first one to do this by far, and everybody has so many cute things, but I have always wanted to do it. And I finally figured out and sat down and did the work to figure out how to make these. And I decided to come up with these little minis. And when I was talking to Finn about them, he and I decided that a blind box style of packaging was what we wanted to do. So there, for instance, in this set are about 13 adorable little ice cream cones of different flavors and styles. And they're all about 4-ish inches, and they have 4 mystery savers on them. And we thought we would randomize them and put them into a set of 3. So these are just 2 that I had left over. This one Finn wanted you to know is his favorite, but really his favorite is the cookies and cream. So there's one with a little Oreo and he's cookies and cream flavor. That's really his favorite. But he said his second one is the blueberry. I like the grape. And if they aren't just the cutest little things, really. Just absolutely adorable. So what we're calling these, and I can't get this out, and it's super shiny, so hopefully you can see it, is saving sidekicks. So they all fit in these little bags like this, and you can see it's a blind box. So there are 3 mystery savings mini cutouts in this set. And so in the pack, you get 3, and you don't know which 3 you got. I do know they're not duplicates. I made sure they weren't duplicates, but I just randomized them. So no packet is the same. Everybody's getting something different. 3 different ones. Ice Cream Dreams is the name of the set for this one. And you don't know which ones you're going to get. So we love a good blind box in this house. We will go to many links to have that fun. So Finn and I thought you guys might like that. So Saving Sidekicks are going to be our newest product. Then came the question of how we were going to sell them. So we have 2 options. One is to put them in the shop, as you can just buy the 3, or we thought about adding another tier. I actually did. I don't know that Finn had an opinion on this, but I thought maybe a 3rd tier to the memberships. So if you're a bestseller, you can get the bestseller, but if you also want to get the blind box, I haven't come up with a name with it yet. This one would come separate or together if you were a member of both, if that makes sense. So the blind box option would be each month, whatever the set is, we would get 3 mini cutouts and you would get that mailed to you. If you were also a member of bestseller, I would package them together just to save, packaging, and you would get them at the same time. But you could be either a member of bestseller and not of the blind box, or you could just do the blind box, or you could do the blind box and the digital version, whatever works for you. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. And so what will happen is every month we'll have a new set of the Saving Sidekicks, and I have several already that I'm working on that are super cute. We've got snacks, we've got fruit. I'm looking at making a little set of ocean friends, all kinds of fun stuff, but each month would be a different set. And if you're a member of that tier, then you would get it in physical form to your home. So what do you guys think about that? And what would be a good membership price for 3 of these little cuties? What would you be willing to pay to get 3 of these as a mystery set every month? I'm just curious because I would like to get them out. I would like to start this set out with the next month, so our May, so mid-May. What do you guys think? What do you think of our little saving sidekicks? Would you definitely want to have these? If I put them in as a membership, then we would sell them for that month to the members. And then if I had any left over in the set after that, I could put them in the shop after members have gotten theirs. So also have an option there for the shop, but they would just be a month behind. Okay, I want to know what you think. I'm super excited. I'm just having a blast making these little guys. And I'm hoping you love them too. All right, I already said this was going to be a long video. How dare I? How dare I keep making it longer? All right, let's get into budget with me. What do you say? Let's knock that out. Have actually been loving doing this with y'all. I put it off for long enough. But if you have been following along, you know that I have a budget worksheet that I utilize. It's my own. I do not have it for sale, y'all. I have received your request that you would like to have this released, and I am looking at how to do that. As I have mentioned before, it's not that I don't want to share it. Absolutely happy to do so. I just want to make sure I do it in an honest and authentic way. This is something I created after utilizing other people's products, and I kind of tweaked it to work better for me, but it is not completely original. Of course, nothing really is. So I don't want it to look like I'm trying to steal other people's ideas. It just made it work for me. So I'm thinking about how best to release something like this to you all. Maybe it can be a freebie. And it can be something that I offer for 1,000 subscribers, which, by the way, we're getting very close to. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet, and I've got a lot going on. But I have gotten your requests, and I do appreciate your love for the product. It wasn't really something I intended to sell, but I did want to share with you how I use it. All right, so for April, if you've been following along, you know that each month I write out the bills here on the month on the day that they are due. Okay, that's how I know where they belong in the budget. We get a weekly paycheck from my husband, and we get a monthly paycheck at the very beginning or the big end of the month, however you want to look at it, for my paycheck. So with this, we're able to visualize where the bills are landing and which paycheck needs to take care of each bill. We can see here we have checked off everything this month except car insurance, camper payment, water and trash, and car payment. And I actually am not 100% sure on the water and trash, but it looks like that's true. So we will look and see. I may have already taken care of that one. I have to look back on that one. But if that's true, we're moving into I think this is the fourth week. And we actually are going to have 5 weeks in this month for paychecks. So it's going to be a little bit different. All right, so here's the 2 sheets that I'm talking about. Everybody is asking me for. Very beneficial to me, has worked perfectly for me. As you can see, I have it laid out in order to do a zero-based budget. And I'm going to walk you through this now. If this is your first time watching, we start up here in the upper left corner with our income. This is our incoming amount of money. This is the $1,600 that our paycheck was for the week. Typically, we would then take that $1,600 down to our first category, which is fixed expenses. So these are the bills that are fixed. They come out every month. They are the same amount every month. We know that they have to come out. A lot of times that's what you see here on this calendar. Okay. But because of the way the paychecks have landed with the 5 paychecks, this week only, we have no fixed expenses coming out. Nothing allocated for this. So we have a $0 amount down here for fixed expenses. So we take our $1,600, we subtract out our fixed expenses, which is 0 this time, and then leaves us with that beautiful $1,600 here after fixed expenses. Once we're done with this category, we move up to category number 2, which is variable expenses. These are also pretty much non-negotiable. They happen every week. They are more or less the same amount, but we can adjust them. That's why they're variable. So that examples of that would be gas for the cars, groceries, medical, which we use for prescriptions and co-pays, eating out, self-care, and then little birds, which is what we use for the little guy and his school account, usually just like food and other things that might come up for school. This week, we are bringing over that $1,600 full from fixed expenses, and we are subtracting out $545 total for our variable expenses, which brings us to a total of $1,055. All right, so we've now finished category 1 and 2, and we're going to the other most important, which is category 3, debt payments. And we're going to bring that $1,055 that we have left over down. And we're going to subtract out the total amount of our debt payments for this week, which is $232. And that is going to leave us with $823. So we've got category 1, 2, and 3. We've taken care of fixed, variable, and our debt payments. With $823 left, we bring that over here to page number 2. The step in here is that I start taking a look at my overall numbers. We have $1,600 for our total income. Our total fixed and variable this week would be $545 since we didn't have any fixed coming out. And our debt payments are $232. We add these two numbers here, 545 plus 232. So our total outflow for this week is $777. Now, if we did our math right, we subtract out 1,600 minus 777. And this number should match up, which it does, $823, which is what we have here. So now we are on track. Now we're going over to category number 4, which is sinking funds. This is one of our savings categories. We're going to bring our $823 that we had left over from category 3. Sinking funds are things that we are saving for on a weekly basis or monthly basis, typically used pretty quickly. So these are not long-term savings typically. Example of that would be our camper payment, our storage payment, and our car payment. So what we are doing here is pulling out a quarter of this payment overall every week so that we have that full amount ready at the end of the month. So this really isn't going to stay longer than the month in this case, where we are right now with our budget. So $823, this totals up to $345, leaving us with a whopping $478. So we've now taken care of all our bills, our non-negotiable sinking funds, and we are left with $478 to put towards savings challenges. And that's exciting. All of this added up to is $478. That means once we subtract that out, we are left over with $0, making this a zero-based budget. That means no, we have money in the account. In fact, we are saving $478 here and $345 here. Let's figure all this in. Down here in our final box, we have $1,600. Our total expenses this week was $545. Our total debt payments was $232, but here's the kicker: our total savings was $345 plus $478. That means we saved $823. Now we know our outflow was $777. This week, it's the first week in a while we're actually saving more than we are spending. That leaves $0 for rollover. We're saving $823 this week. I cannot complain about that. That is a wonderful place to be. Now, a lot of that's going straight to some bills in a few weeks, but that's okay. 823, 478 here is going to go to all of the challenges you're going to see me save with this week. All right. Moving on from budget, let's go straight into our savings for the week. All right. We're going to start with Save with Friends, like we normally do. Now, if you've been following along, that we have Survivor. Survivor is going to come last on this binder because it stresses us out, and I don't like to be stressed out for the rest of the video. But we are going to do it kind of middle of the video this time, so you can always fast forward if you want to. But that $10 is sitting here safe and sound. What is left after that is the $125 is what we have this week to do with Save with Friends. I had to up that $10 from $115 because the dating game is always just taking all our money this the last few weeks. So I want to make sure we have enough. So this is $125 to put towards all of our savings here in our Save with Friends binder. So up first, we have April's Fresh Start, saving through the years. We only have 2 scratchers left on this one, so I think we're just going to go ahead and finish this one off. I don't really need to roll the dice for that, since we know we're going to scratch both of these. That's a 4. And this is a 3. So it's a friendly little 7, and we should have everything that we need for this one to be completed. So it's going to hang out in its envelope until we do our April roundup. All right, let's see what we have saved so far. And we should have 30 if we did it right, because it says it saves us 30. 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. $30. Isn't that just beautiful? April showers bring May flowers. The theme there. Sorry if y'all can hear my dog. He just decides to make everything difficult every time I film. All right, up next, Rock's Budget also has a yearly set that we downloaded. And this one, we only have 2 scratchers, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that one. That means next week, if we are playing, which I think we are, we won't have anything else to scratch on these 2, so we have more to play the other games with. All right, so this is a total of 11 going in, 7 and 4. Let's see if we did this right. We should have 30 as well. All right, 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And that one is all finished up. Look at that cute little ducky. He's also having some April showers. Big thank you to Rock's Budgets for these cute sets. All right, up next we have 2 challenges that we're doing with Save Judy. So let's go ahead and get that out. I am looking for my little gnomies. Hanging with my gnomies. We're doing $10 per gnomie on this guy. Definitely got to think of a better name for him this time. Let's get our pencils out. We like to color these with pencils now because they're just cute. All right, let's see. My phone is just always ringing off the wall, usually because of updates from the hospital. So I'm scared I'm going to be filming and something's going to make the camera shut off. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Y'all, been real impressed with the folks at Medical City in Dallas. They're the Medical City Heart Hospital. They have been taking very good care of my brother. He is having a rough time of it. Lots of pokes and prods, tubes and whatnot. And he's trying to stay positive, but it does feel a little bit like 2 steps forward, 4 steps back kind of every day. So I'm just hoping for it to calm down for him a little bit, and so that he's trying to stay positive and optimistic. And it just seems like things just keep going wrong right and left for him. My mom's there with him. She's doing her best to keep a good eye on what's going on and making sure he's hearing what the doctors are needing him to hear. And I won't lie though, we're scared. We're pretty scared for him. And there's a part of it that's like, he didn't quite do what docs had told him to do and kind of put off the trips to the doctors. And like I said, who has not been guilty of that? I know I certainly have been. And I've been lucky that that's not been something so catastrophic as a result, but it could happen to any of us, and here we are. So now we're just trying to look to the future and help him stay positive and make sure docs knows what they need to know in order to take care of him. And he's just having a rough go of it, y'all. And he is only 34 years old. 34 years old. Loves music. He's a musician, a singer, guitar and drum player. Kind of has been living that life. And that life is pretty much probably going to be a challenge for him now. The medicines that he would have to be on after he has this surgery, if we can get him to that point, means he will never be able to drink again. So they're looking at what they're having to do to his heart will put him on blood thinners for the rest of his life. And also is a medicine that's a little rough on the liver. So, lots of things that would have to change permanently about his life. But he has to have that surgery in order to survive it. So a lot of really emotional moments as my family is with him and trying to be there for him, but also him realizing not only is it hard what he's going through right now, but just in general, like his life is drastically changing, and that's hard for anybody to deal with when they like their life to be a certain way, right? And who doesn't have that? Who doesn't want to have their life a certain way and doesn't want to be told, they have to do things differently? So just in general, that's rough, really, really rough. And I hate that for him. I hate it for all of us. I hate it for my mom. She's struggling and been there for weeks with him. And, of course, that's nerve-wracking, not knowing what's going to happen and if your child is going to be okay. And, of course, this is my baby brother. My baby brother. All I can remember is when he was just this cute little bugaboo who was always in my way. Sweet kid. So again, prayers are welcome, and I thank you for them. Positive vibes, whatever it is you want to send his way, my family's way. We do appreciate it. I've gotten so many kind comments already so far. We're going to name this guy after my brother here, Austin. Austin is pretty cool looking dude here. All right. Okay, Austin is all done. We're going $10 into Save with Juti here. And we are playing $10 per gnome this time. So we have a total of 40 so far for this page. And then we also need to do our 2026 one. We should be getting close. Yeah. So we have 2 weeks left on this guy. So we're good there. Y'all, I don't know why I cannot do the same color. And I'm doing a terrible job of coloring these. I probably should have used color pencils on this page as well. But now I'm in it. So I'm going to get our little bunny colored in here with the cuteness and add $5 into this envelope. This one we are keeping in here the whole year because this one will go towards our HOA fees next year. So far we have saved 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95. So we're almost at 100, almost a third of the way, which makes sense because this is the 1, 2, 3, 4th month. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? All right. Okay, let's set that aside there. What do we have next? We are, Year of Minis with Bookish Mama Budgets. And if I remember correctly, yes, we are on our very last roll. So this one is actually going to get factored into our, we're going to pull it at the end of the month. So this is a 4 finishing off strong. We're doing a G4, the whole page on this one, $4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this one will actually get pulled this month, and then we will do the next card in the lineup. Let's see here. How much should we save with just rolling a D4 once a week? Just to just a little bit. 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and exactly 50. How is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Y'all, I'm putting this in for a 50 just so that is easier to count. And also because I think it's stinking cool that we got exactly 50. Exactly 50 for this card. Just goes to show. It's just a D4 once a week or whatever, you have available. It still adds up, y'all. All right, up next, Cupcake Chaos with Sassy Ginger Budgets. Let's see how spicy this cupcake's going to be for us. This one's been getting us too. Not as bad as the dating game has been getting us, but this one is definitely expensive. All right, we're going to get our D6 out. We're going to get our pen out. And we're going to get our pencils down. All right. So we pulled this so that we can have our reference, and we are on to the third row of cupcakes. Let's see. We roll our D6 here for a 1 means that our frosting flavor is cream cheese, and in my opinion, that's the only one to ever have. Honestly, so I'm down for that. So cream cheese frosting, then our filling is going to be raspberry preserves. Okay. All right. I can get behind it. Sounds okay so far. What do you guys think? Not a big fan of the little seeds in raspberry, but it still tastes really good. Okay. And then number 2, funfetti cake flavor. Heck yes. Who doesn't love funfetti? Okay. All right. Let's get into the coloring now. So we're going to frosting color is a green. Okay. All right. It's kind of weird. Let's do a different color of green here. So we're going to color in green. Oh, yeah, I like this little mint green. That'll go well. Wonder what color our sprinkles are going to be. I've lost count already, so we'll have to add up when I'm done because I can't apparently color, talk, and count at once. Who knew? I did. I knew I couldn't do that. All right. So we have some green icing, but I'm going to say it's very springy green. All right. Now we need our sprinkles. Let's shake it up. 1. Green. Okay. It's really green. We're going to do a dark green so that it still shows up. Still pretty cute though. I'm kind of down for this. Now we just need rainbow wrapper. That would be just perfect. It would feel like very Marchy rainbow. And we're going to go ahead and color boop 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 some funfetti pieces in here because it is funfetti. The cake flavor is. Let's see. Let's do pink. I'm loving that. Funfetti. Okay. And then we're going to do, funfetti is always kind of like a vanilla color. Ooh, that's kind of looking like, I need some blue. Y'all, am I driving you crazy? I just have to have it a certain way. I can't have it just be, okay. It's a cute cupcake. Right, and our wrapper color is purple. All right, I can get behind it. But I need this lighter color of purple, I think, so that it just goes better with this lighter color of green. All right, so we have a cream cheese raspberry filling with funfetti cake. I don't think that would be bad. Honestly, I could get behind this cupcake. Now we need to figure out how much this cupcake cost us to buy or make or whatever. Not sure. Okay, purple. All right, so cream cheese was 1, raspberry was 2, so that's 3, funfetti was 2, so that's 5. Then we had green frostings for 4, so that's 9. Green sprinkles for 1, that's 10. And then 2. So purple was 2, that's making a total of $12. That's perhaps, I do believe, the cheapest cupcake we've had just yet. All right, $12. We'll call that good for now because we are going to be playing this one for a while. Definitely pulling this at the end of the month though because it's just such a good save. And so we're going to find out what we've saved so far this month alone. which is a pretty decent amount, and goes to a debt payment. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, and 71. Y'all, $71 so far just for some cupcakes. It's expensive cupcakes. All right, up next is our love match, budget love match from Agape Book Club. Oh, and by the way, sassy ginger budgets for the cupcake chaos. I'm doing a terrible job of talking through. And Bookish Mama budgets was Year of Minis. Okay, so we're going to budget love match. You know, I'm going to fast forward it so that I can get that all set up for you. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got going. All right, so you know, if you've been playing or you've been watching, this game is so much fun, particularly because I don't have the date anymore. I don't think I would think it was so funny if I didn't. All right, we're going to start out by finding out who our singles are. We have, oh, this will be her third and final date, Miss Doctor or Esthetician or whatever she is. This is our first one for maybe, what is she working in a restaurant? Yeah, she's working in a restaurant. And then, oh, this is our third and final date for our little librarian as well. Okay, we have our heartthrobs here. We're going to find out if we're interested. So we have our sad little gamer here. We are swiping left on him. This guy looks happy. I haven't seen him before. We are swiping right on this guy. All right, this guy's working hard. Swiping right on him. And then this guy looks like he means business. Oh, swiping left on him. All right, we have our sad guy. Oh, we're swiping right on sad guy. All right, we've got our heartthrobs. Those are who are getting dates this week. The rest of them, we'll have to wait to see how it goes next week for them. All right, so we're going to move this down. So we have this where we can find out which one of our singles is going on. And now let's find out what our date locations are. We have a private dinner. We have a bowling. That's fun. And movies. All good choices, I think. All right. Depends on who. Now we're starting with our doctor esthetician here. Let's get our heart dice. Ooh, number 6. Oh no, she's going out with the sad guy. He's very contemplative. I don't know. Maybe he's fun, but he's not got a fun vibe to me. And I feel like he would not take her bowling. He doesn't look like a bowling kind of guy. I'm thinking he would do a private dinner because he looks like he wants to talk. So let's find out what his situation is. All right, if you roll odd, your date laugh like a dolphin. Does that guy look like he laughs like a dolphin? If you roll even, he doesn't. All right, so let's see. Oh, thank goodness. Rolled even, save $2. Okay, so I don't know if that means it worked out for these two, but it's not horrible. Okay, so 3 for him, 2 for the outcome, so a total of $5 for this date. And this single is officially done. She's not coming back to the game. All right, she's had her chance. All right, so this one is done. We are now moving on to our restaurateur here. We're gonna roll again to find out. Okay, 5. So Mr. Thinker again. I guess because now I'm down to movies or bowling, we're gonna have to go with movies because he just does not strike me as a bowling kind of guy. All right, and let's see what his situation is. Your date gave you a side hug at the end of the date. It's a $5, or if you roll even, he didn't do that. I think that's supposed to be bad. All right, roll odd. Okay, he gave her a side hug. He gave her a side hug. So he wasn't feeling it. I guess he must have really liked his date with the doctor. So 3 for him, 5 for the side hug. It's a total of $8 for her. And we're probably moving on to another date for her. Maybe next week. We'll have to see. $8 for that one. All right, now we're on to our last single, our librarian. This is her last date as well. And she's going out with this gentleman. All right, so he's taking her bowling. And what's going to happen? All right, your date called you the wrong name. Uh-oh, hopefully not. If you roll odd, that's what happened. If you roll even, he didn't. He looks like he might remember her name. Oh, no. All right, well, no. All right, so $4 for calling her the wrong name and $6 for him, so it's a total of $10 for this date. And here's the deal, she's done too. She's hit her 3 dates. And that's it. That's it for this single as well. She's now out of the game. We're done with the game once we go through all 3 dates for all of our singles. So we've got a while to go probably for these. But those are our 3 dates for this week. Let's see what we saved. Not too bad. 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, $23 going into budget love match this week. Let's see how much we have. And we pull this every month as well, just because it's pretty good. Yeah, some of these dates have been kind of expensive. And so far in April, we have saved 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 167, and 8. 108. Oh, and we still have another week of dating to go. Wow. 108. Okay, let me fast forward really quick to clean this up. All right, y'all. We are done with budget love match. It is now on to, and I don't know why I can never remember. We are on Ultimate 2026 box. Yeah, the money we have left is going to that. So let's see what we got going from Miss Pam Champion. See, we have 4 scratchers left. We got quite a bit of money, y'all. We don't. Let's do this one. Ooh, 5. I didn't even roll. I was just going to go for it. 5, and let's do this one up here. And 3, so that's a total of $8 going in there. $8. Whew, had a brain freeze there for a second. All right, now, cleaning it up. Y'all, my brain is just not working. We're going to save these 2 scratchers for next week. And then before I forget, let's go back here to the beginning. We haven't done our Saturday. We're going to do this Saturday here because we need to not forget. Oh, that is straight up not pink at all. Yeah. Oh, well. All right, $5 going in for that Saturday. $5 per Saturday. So we'll save these 2 scratchers for next week. And then let's see what we have here in our Easter double dice. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a whole lot left. Let's just start crossing these off. Is that any fun? I don't know, because I have a feeling that we're just going to keep hitting things we already have. So there's $2. 2. And there's a 1. Ooh, there's a 3. Let's put 2 back and grab a 5. All right. There's 15. There's a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20 right there. All right. And that only leaves. Wow, we have so much money. We need to figure out what we want to do. You know what we could do? We could go do another cupcake. I think that's what we're going to do because I definitely don't want to finish this out. This is an even 20, but that's all we've put in so far. So let's see. 22. Let's do that. 22. And that would just leave 4, it looks like, unless I'm missing one. So that's not a whole lot we're going to need for next week. I wonder if we shouldn't just finish this out for this week. Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because I like playing all of them. And we need to get going. All right, let's see what do we have. And then we're going to go do some more cupcakes. Some more cupcaking. All right, so we're going to do 20 over here. So far for Ultimate 2026, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 121, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 126. Oh. Very nice debt payment, y'all. All right, let's go do another cupcake or 2. Let's see what we can get taken care of. And then we will actually do the catch-all with anything that we have left So just because that's where we normally put it. So I'll have that ready to go should we need it if the cupcake does us dirty. All right, so we have 10, 20, 25. We could probably do, I'm wondering if we can do 2 cupcakes. Let's just see what happens. All right. All right, up first we have 6. Well, it's going to start us off with a big number so they tell us that we cannot do 2 cupcakes. Don't get greedy. A 4 is vanilla, pastry cream, and then our cake flavor is going to be 5, chocolate. So, yep, we're first of all delicious. We have chocolate cake, vanilla pastry cream, and Nutella. So just chocolate and vanilla, which is my 2 favorites. For color, we are doing a blue cupcake, a blue icing. So that's what I'm going to color in here. I'm liking this color. It's going to look really pretty with the chocolate cake. But we do need some other color of sprinkle other than blue, I feel like. So hopefully it'll do us well. All right. And then for our sprinkles, 6 is rainbow. Love it. Let's do pink on top. Loving it. Loving it. Okay, we need orange. We need the different pink, purple. How about yellow and green? All right, and then we have a chocolate cake, so we need to do a brown for chocolate cake. And then the last thing we need to figure out is our wrapper color. And this has been quite inexpensive. 2 for purple. Okay. All right. Purple it is. We have a lot of purple wrappers in our cupcake shop here. All right, let's add up our cupcake and see what we did. Okay, so Nutella is 6. I'm going to need the calculator for this one. I can tell you right now. 6 plus 4 for vanilla plus chocolate is 5 plus blue, right? Yeah. Plus sprinkles was rainbow, 6 plus 2. That's $26. Woo! All right, 26 more dollars going in for this cupcake. $26. That'll take care of that extra money right there. It said, I will take it. All right. And then we have some extra bills, but we will put this in the cupcake. Y'all, this cupcake thing, it's spicy, but I love it. Sassy Ginger Budgets for this one. Loving this challenge. We're just going to keep playing it until we make all those cupcakes, sell all those cupcakes, buy all those cupcakes. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Let's put this in for a 20. We're out of 20s, y'all. All right, 70. There's another 20. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can keep 1 and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and do a 10. Yeah. All right. So here's some easier counting for us. So far for April, and we still have another week to go, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 96, $97 for Cupcake Chaos with Sassy Ginger Budgets. Yay! So we got to do 2 this week. That is exciting. All right, this video is getting nutso crazy long. We need to hurry up. All right, sorry guys. Okay, we have $5 left. What do you say we put that in Saveopoly? Always like to do that whenever we have some extra moolah. And we still need to do Survivor. And then I'm going to speed through our Adulting with Me. But we put our extra $5 here, Saveopoly, here in just a minute. And that's how long this video is going to be. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so we need to go to Survivor. We have $10 set aside for Survivor. It is time to find out. Oh, I have a different book for that. Come on, get it together. All right, y'all. Okay, so here's where we are. We survived another week. If you want to see who did get eliminated, you might go check Miss Maddie at Floating Funds. She always posts that elimination video. We made it another week. We are on a week 16 here for Torio's budgets, and it is a word find, so I am covering it up here because I do not want to cheat. I have my I have it's very stressful, these timed ones, but I have a timer ready to go with 2 minutes. I need to get a easy to see color. Here we go. All right, so we see here that we have our list on the left. We have 2 minutes, and I have to get 10 words or more in order to be sort of safe from elimination. And I say sort of because, again, if we don't have anyone that doesn't pass, we will base it off of how many we do find. So more than 10 would be great. But last time I did this did not go as well. All right, so I'm going to set my timer. You can see it's right there. Let me make sure. Yep, you can see my timer. And then I'll probably fast forward so you don't have to hear me mumbling. All right, okay, so here we go. Let's go. Okay. Woo. All right. Okay. I think I did okay. I was really starting to worry about myself there for a minute. All right. Hush it up. Because I was having a hard time focusing. Let's see how many we got in 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. That's more than 10. So sort of safe, I think, unless somebody just did way better. Or a lot of people did way better. It looks like for now it's a pass, sort of. Okay, well, it is a pass. It just might not mean I'm safe from elimination, if that makes sense. Because if they do really, really good, yeah, I could still get eliminated if 14 is not enough to keep me safe. So that means for this week, I get to save the $5 in Survivor. Let's see, what do we have here? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 105. And another week sort of safe, hopefully. All right. Okay. And then we'll put this extra 5 somewhere else. Let's put it in Saveopoly. I've got some other fun. I'm loving Saveopoly. But I've got some other games waiting in the wings. All right, so we're gonna move on in, and I'm gonna kind of speed through the rest of this because this is a long video already. All right, let's start up with the 2026 box. This week we have another, I think, $60, 20, 40, 50, 55, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Yeah, $60. And let's see what we decided to do here. So we have 46 left to put in here. And so we're going to do that. And then I said I was going to put $2 here to finish up February. So we've got $2 going in that. And now February is officially done, which we will count at another time. March, we finished all our circles, 46. And then, so we're going to pull that 45, 46. And then we have $12 left. So we're going to color in some of these boosts at $2 each. And that will, we're just going to do a terrible job of coloring here. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. All right, so we have finished out February altogether. So we've now finished January and February. We've done most of March. I keep getting mixed up. And then we just have 12 left to go in the bonus for that. So we're putting all of that in there. We will count that up at another. I'm going to have to condense pretty soon. So we are done with 3 months of that almost. And then we'll move on to picking up some of these bigger numbers in April and further. All right, so that's fantastic progress for 2026. Up next, my favorite month ahead, we have another $30 going in. If you guys are following along, we are saving for 10 monthly bills, and we are on the very last category here, and getting very close on this one as well. So let's see what we've got. If we add our 30 in, we're going to grab this 10, and grab another 20. So we have a total of, we're going for 360. 1, 2, 3, 20, 41. 341. We can get our little calculator here. 341 divided by 18 for each icon means we should have 18 colored in. So this is 16, 17, 18. So we're just going to do one today. And we are getting very close. Y'all, I think we might be, I don't know, I'm going to do the math on this, but because I do want it to be a little bit of a surprise, but I think we might be like there next week. Whoa, we might finish our month ahead in April. That's amazing. Y'all, this product and the 2026 binder I just played is in the shop, in the Etsy shop if you're interested as a printable. Okay. Piggy tires and bubbles. I have a little checklist over here so I don't forget because my life is chaos. So piggy tires and bubbles, we usually play these together. I have a total of $30. We start with piggy tires because that's the one that can get us. We never know what it's gonna do to us. Little Miss Piggy here. Where is she? There she is. Comes from Maddie at Floating Funds, and she tells us which dice we have to roll each week. So we're gonna roll a d12, and she says she wants 7, and then we're gonna do a color dot die. That was a 7, it just knocked it, and the blue is 4. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. 10, 25, 6, 7, and 8. That means we only have $2 left for bubbles, but that's why we do tires first. She is a stingy one, this one. $28. $28 going into tires, and then $2 going to bubbles. So let's go ahead and color those in while we're here. And then bubbles, we have that as a color code. Our tinies are $1, and since we only have $2 left, that's what we're going to color in. It's two tiny bubbles. And that's a very nice catch-all. Okay, so we'll go back here to bubbles and put the $2 in, and we'll count that later. And then Piggy is getting her 28. I can hear my little Yorkie friend, my little fur brother from the same mother. Actually, different mother, but Mr. Tucker down there babysitting him while mom's at the hospital with my brother. And he is just wanting everyone to know he's here. All right, so this leaves just 2 kind of bigger challenges. We have our Christmas box challenge, which we're going to pull that money out here. It looks like I think I have 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Hold, please. Okay, Mr. Tucker. That little guy is a very well behaved dog, but sometimes he wants you to know he's there, and I can't seem to get through even one video without having to stop 2 and 3 times for dogs. Anybody want some dogs? Just kidding. All right, so $73 I think is what we have. 1, 2, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then this should be 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, $13. All right. And the way this works, goodness gracious. Y'all, I'm going to lose my mind. How many times have I had to pause this video? Goodness. Okay, let's get this Christmas savings done. So we draw a little card here. This is in the shop, by the way. It has a printable. Several of you have really liked it. We're using it to save throughout the year. All right, so we are going to 12 Days of Christmas, number 7. And for the sake of making it fast, we're going to do the 7 and the 3. And maybe the 4 as well. So that'll be $14 for this one. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then this one will go back in the stack until we finish that last bonus. All right, we're going to Santa's Little Helpers, which I think is here. And this young lady is dancing. She is full of joy. She's $3. We're going to also do the 4 and the 3. So that's 7 and 3 makes 10. And she will go back in the stack. Ooh, we're going to baking, it looks like. Baking. Yes, holiday baking. Ooh, that's an expensive one. We'll go ahead and do the 10 and the... so it's $10 for the setup. 4 and 3. So that's $17. We're getting through it time-wise. 17. All right. And then another card. Oh, that's an IOU. We don't need that. I didn't even know I had that. Silly me. Now I know. All right. Another one. I've been borrowing IOUs. Okay. Roll and save. We are headed to trimming the tree, which is right here. And we're going to roll to see how much. 6. Okay. And then let's do the 4 for 10 and the 3. Getting rid of these bigger ones right off the bat. So that's 10 plus 3, so 13. 1, 2, and 3. And that one will go back in the stack. Ooh, okay, so we already did that. So we could do just a 5 and go back to baking, I think is where it is. Yep. We already did the 2 there, so we just need the 5 to finish out this card all together. And then we can cross this guy off. And that card will go away. We finished another card, y'all. Okay. Now we are headed to Christmas dinner. Here it is, holiday dinner. And we're going for the ham, which is not cheap, $8. So we have that. And then we could also do, so there's $8. We could do the 3 and the 2, but that would leave us just with 1. Mathin is not mathin. Okay, so there's the $8. And then if we do the 4 and the 2, yeah, that would get us even. Right, yeah. So we'll do 4 and 2 for this week. Add that in right there. And then that one will go back in the stack. And we will be all done with our Christmas for this week. Right? Saving through the year. I'm going to fast forward really quick. All right. We're mixing then these cards just in randomly so that we come across them again and we can finish out those bonuses when the time comes. Finish off those cards, and then this one got completely done, so we'll put that over here, and Christmas is done for the week with no IOU. Fabulous. All right, and that just means we are down to our last thing of the week, which is Saveopoly, and we have some good money to spend there. So we're going to get that money out right now. and see if we can get some of this finished. All right, so we will put that here. Get our money organized. I believe that we have 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So about $40 to go to Saveopoly. Maybe a little bit more. Here's our full-size game board, and always we're hoping to get our birdie around at least once. All right, so we're going to start off by putting $1 into the vault. That's how we start the game. So we'll put that $1 right there, and then we will roll. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us at roll and save. Choose the dice. And let's do whatever dice that is. 11. All right. So $11 going into that very same binder or envelope. 2, 1, 2. We're headed to Oriental. Which I can't remember. Yes, we already own. So we're going to just pay $1 rent. So we pay $1 rent anytime we land. And by the way, y'all, this comes from Pink Plum Budgeting. Total freebie and a lot of fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. St. Charles Place. Also already owned, so we're going to do another $1 there. But we're getting around that. 2, 1, 2. States Avenue. Same thing. Just adding $1. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tennessee. Let's see. Ooh, we already own Tennessee too. Well, let's add that $1. We need some St. James. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us at Illinois. We do not own Illinois. What do you say we fix that? All right, so we have 6, 4, 4. So there's a 6. Let's call that good. Let's add 6 today. I want to get around the board. I don't want to get too greedy and get stuck midway. All right. Getting a step closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marvin Gardens. Let's see. Ooh, we need to buy that one. See, I'm glad we didn't get greedy. Let's go ahead and do the 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Gets us a step closer to owning Marvin Gardens. I'm loving this game. You guys are so creative. All right, 1. Go to jail. No. All right, we're going to jail. 2. That means this one's getting a lot of love today. We have to roll the D20 to get out of jail, and that's a 13. Y'all, I think we're possibly done-ish. $13 to get us out of jail. We got a few bills left. We can maybe go one more time. I guess technically 1, 2, 3, 4. Virginia. That would be here. And we own it. Let's see if we go one more time what happens. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New York. New York. And we own it. All right. Well, we have $4 left. What is... Okay. We're really asking for trouble here. But if we hit Indiana or Illinois, we could do that. If we hit Kentucky, we end up with an IOU. Who knows what happens? Chance. Let's do it. Free parking. What am I supposed to do for free parking? Free parking is somewhere back here. There it is. Cross off an image after you've stuffed that amount. I'm feeling like it's the universe telling us to go ahead and just do the $4 in here. That's what I'm going to do. $4 there. I just don't want to have an IOU. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it is something we have to get done. And we got around, sort of, technically around the board. even though, yeah, that's okay. Hey, no IOUs. It's all savings. I'm going to fast forward and put all this together, and then I'll come back and wrap up the video. Okay, we are all done, y'all. Thank you. If you have stuck it out throughout this entire video, you are a trooper. If you fast forward to the parts you wanted to watch, I appreciate you all the same. If you have watched, would you please give me a like and a comment down below? I do really want to know what you guys think about the new saving sidekicks, little mini cutouts, and possible new membership tier. I hope to get back to a normal split with a Saturday and Sunday video next week. I just don't know what's going on. And I am going to work on mini Monday and Tuesday of this week. So you should see videos for that. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's been a huge goal for us. And if you could also be willing to run my playlist to help me get some watch hours, I would love to hit that goal, have a little bright spot happy with all the chaos going on in life. I hope y'all have a great week. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until I catch you in the next one, y'all hang in there.